Hey there everyone, it's Anthony back with another video here on Single and Play Sing. Hi. I hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Today we are here with the week 8 Summer with the Masters video, and I'm so excited. It's the final week and the final video for this awesome event, awesome series that I've been co-hosting with Katie over at Diamonds and Washi. And yeah, I'm here at the craft table just doing a little intro. In this week's video, we're going to be doing something fun. I had this idea to do a little cocktail hour talking about a popular cocktail or popular drink in Austria that was most likely also popular around the time of when Gustav Klimt lived in Vienna. And it just so happens that the current project that I'm working on after finishing Lady with the Fan from Gustav Klimt, I decided to take a little break from my cross-stitch conversion project and snag another pre-packaged kit that I had on hand just to wrap up the event with. So this is Woman in Gold that I'm currently working on, also from Gustav Klimt. This is a Diamond Dots kit. And as you can see, a lot of metallics, a lot of gold in this gold Woman in Gold kit. And I just got started. This is my second section, but I'm loving it so far. Plenty of confetti, a little bit of line blocking here and there, but mostly confetti. And I went ahead and added my own pizzazz to this project as well, but we probably won't get to that part until later on in the kit. But I figured I'd just use this as a little canvas to be working on as, you know, I do the interludes for this video. So like I said, I was interested in doing this kind of cocktail hour, teach everyone how to make a really basic wine spritzer, but then I also had the idea of, showing folks how they might incorporate some special drills or sparklers into not only their old masters kits, but kits in general. And who better to reach out to talk a little bit more about specialty drills than the sparkler queen herself, Teemaw, over at DP with Sparklers. So I was like, you know what? Maybe she'll want to make a cocktail with me and make a little wine spritzer, and I can talk to her about a brief history of the drink and a quick recipe, and then maybe she can talk to us about how she enhances her kits, some of the products that she has over on DP with Sparklers, and just general old masters chit chat. So I'm going to be calling this little video a sip and sparkle with Teemaw over at DP with Sparklers. So without further ado, let's cut over to that little that chat that I had with Teemaw over at DP with Sparklers so we can learn how to make a delicious summer wine spritzer and how to add some special drills to our canvases. Let's cut over to it. Bye. Well, I guess, thank you so much, Teemaw, for being here. I really appreciate it. This was a little short notice, just a few days notice, but I appreciate you being here just to kind of share with everyone what we're doing here. I kind of came up with this idea of wanting to show people how to make a little bit like of a wine spritzer or a cocktail associated with Summer with the Masters. And then I also had this other idea of wanting to show people how to maybe enhance some of their old masters kits or how to do enhancements using your products. And I figured, why not marry the two together and have you on? So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Anthony. Tina and wine. Let's see what happens with this.
Yeah. Cool. So you have just the wine, or did you get everything?
I only got your email this afternoon. I have
yes.
I have a blackberry sweet wine.
Okay.
And I looked up elderberry. Blackberry could be a sub for that. And then of course I have my carbonated water. And if
Beautiful.
Instead of your elderberry syrup, I may put blackberries. We'll see.
Okay, awesome, cool. I didn't know if you had the chance to snag all that stuff, so awesome. Well, yeah, so what I want to start off with is, we're going to call this our little sip and sparkle. So we're going to do a little wine spritzer, a little sip, and then we're going to do some sparkle afterwards. So yeah, I decided to make a wine spritzer, and spritzers were actually invented in Austria. And so I picked this particular kind of drink or cocktail because Gustav Klimt, who is the artist that did both of the canvases that we're working on for Summer with the Masters, yours and mine, he was born in Vienna in Austria. And so this would have been a really popular drink around the time that he was in the social, in the art scene, going to the different bars and that type of thing. So this is something that he probably would have had during his around his time of 1918-ish. So that's why I decided to pick this drink. And so what I wanted to do is just kind of do a little recipe, show everyone how to do it. It's very, very simple. So you're going to follow along with me. Okay, cool. So essentially a white wine or a wine spritzer is typically made with a white wine, but you can use any wine of your choice. And really the whole purpose was to tone down the stronger flavors of Italian wine. So it's literally the wine and the seltzer or the soda water or the club soda. Typically people use seltzer water because it has less minerality, so it's not going to impact the taste of the wine as much, but you can use whatever you've got on hand. So what you have is fine. So what we're going to do to start off is we're going to just do essentially 1 part wine and 1 part of your seltzer water or your club soda, your soda water. Okay. So I have Relax Riesling with me here. This is actually a German white wine. So that's why I picked it, and it's pretty inexpensive. It's like $8 or $9. So we're just going to do 1 part wine. So I don't know how you want to measure it, Teemaw. Eyeball it.
We're
okay, you're eyeballing
it. We're doing.
Okay, cool. I just realized I need to go grab my seltzer too, so I'm going to pour this. So I'm measuring mine just so I can be exact. So I'm going to do 2 ounces of wine. I'm just going to do it. I'm doing a small drink today. Okay. And then eyeball your seltzer while I grab mine. Hang tight.
Got it. You got it.
Okay, thank you.
I think this red glass.
That blueberry, or as you said, blackberry wine? Is that what that is?
Blackberry. Yes, it's blackberry.
That sounds awesome.
I never had a spritzer before.
What do you think? Did you try it?
A little bit.
Okay. Okay, so I just snagged, I just got this Polar seltzer water is what I snagged.
Okay.
Do you like it? Indifferent?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's got carbonation to the wine, so that
yeah,
works.
it's just like a kind of, essentially at the end of the day, it's just kind of like a watered down wine. And that's kind of what they were looking for, is their palates were not quite ready for the stronger Italian wines.
Am I supposed to crush the blackberry or what?
I think you can just put it. Yeah, so I've got a couple different things that I'm doing on my side. So I've got Saint Germain, which is an elderflower liqueur. And so it adds like a little bit of a floral, a little fruity, a little aromatic zing to it. If you want to spice things up, you don't have to. But a lot of times you'll see people using pear liqueurs or different fruit liqueurs or syrups just to add a little bit more flavor to it. And then the other thing you'll see a lot of times is people doing some kind of garnish. So they'll throw a little sprig of thyme in there just to give it a little bit more of a something something. It's really the endless things that you can do. But I just have some fresh mint that I snagged. Yep, do it. Pop it in there. Yep. So I did mine with a couple cubes of ice in here.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to pour it into a glass.
I'm going to put this in the mouth first.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay. And then I'm putting just a couple pieces of mint in mine. And when you're using these like garnishes and you want to get more of the oils out of them, before you put them in your glass, you clap on them and it like releases the oils. Yeah, or you can do that too, but I've seen a lot of bartenders just clap on them and it just starts to come out for some reason. So there we go. Okay, I'm putting a couple ice cubes in mine. All right, cheers. Yeah, it's just like a light wine. It's just kind of like a not as strong wine. It's nice for the summertime if you have it all nice and chilled.
It's almost like, how you get the carbonated waters. It's supposed to have a hint of flavor of lime or lemon or whatever. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, exactly. Just a little something.
I like my
awesome. Those look great. Yeah, I didn't know if I should get some fruits, but I decided on the mint. But yeah, mine is just seltzer water, a little Riesling, and some mint. It's delicious.
Looks good. You like it?
Yes, I do like it. I tried them last week. Was the 4th last week? The weekend of the 4th, the week before, we went up to the mountains and I did like a little practice run. So yeah. Awesome. Well, yeah, that is a white wine spritzer. Super, super simple. You can do any number of wines. Like I said, seltzer water is preferred, but you can use whatever you'd like. Various different garnishes can be used as well. I've seen people use like a more of a piney kind of liqueur, like a pine berry liqueur, and then they'll put a little thyme in there. So it's like it's a different flavor profile altogether, but a nice summer drink, nice and light. So thanks for doing that with me. So I hope if people are watching, they decide to follow along, they can do a little sip themselves. But yeah, so, the sparkle part of this, tell me, just to introduce you from, a small business standpoint and who you are and what you do. Talk to me a little bit about your shop.
Okay, so Diamond Painting with Sparklers was born because I added bling to all of my canvases. And my husband said, well, you need to sell some of that to other people. And it went from there. I fought him. I did not want to do that. It has supported my habit, however. Yeah. And so now we sell bling. So we were the original bling store. I think we have probably the largest selection. And of course, I think the best prices. I'm like a Walmart of bling. It won't be undersold. But anyway.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. And I've been using your stuff since I think it's the first enhancement drills that I ever purchased. And, I fell in love with the sparklers, the glass drills. I love the quality of them. I love the extra shimmer and the weight of them. They just feel really nice to use. And then I started kind of like playing around with some different brands, and then there was always something that just didn't work for me. And now I've kind of come back where I'm like, yeah, I think all I need to use is sparklers from DP with Sparklers now. I just always feel a little bit fancy when I have like a whole bunch in my tray, and my tray is nice and heavy and they're just looking amazing. So it's great. So thank you so much for all the work that you do.
Oh, well, it's fun most of the time. So
yeah. Well, yeah. And, one of the reasons why I wanted to bring you on the sparkle portion of this is, I love enhancing pretty much anything and everything I can. If there's an opportunity to throw a sparkler on there, I'm usually going to do it. But I think one thing that can sometimes be a little bit of a struggle for some folks is understanding how and why and where and when and all of that stuff. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about maybe what your process looks like for identifying where you might enhance something, be it any canvas whatsoever. But of course, since we're in the middle of summer with the masters, if you have any tips for enhancing an old masters kit.
Sure. I'm going to go to my overhead. Okay.
Okay. Great.
My overhead camera.
Awesome.
And I am going to show you. So here is the kiss right here. And
Awesome.
this usually is not my style. However,
Mm-hmm.
so I got this to participate with you. And
Mm-hmm.
after I got back from the retreat, I was inspired by someone at the retreat because she completely blinged out all of her painting. And in the past, I've tried to make some of it replicatable so I don't try to go overboard. However, I decided to have fun with this painting. And so I am blinging the stew out of this painting. And this set alone is my additions to this painting. So it's
Oh my
that much. It's
goodness.
a lot. It is.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It is. And I am so excited about it. I'm having so much fun. I've also gone back to just doing it in little sections, which I haven't done in like 4 years. So that is I'm having fun with that too. So I look at this
Awesome.
picture. I take, what it is obviously the man kissing the woman. The focus is on the kiss. However, obviously, Gustav, this is just part of this canvas, and he had gold all throughout this canvas.
Yes.
And
yes.
So I thought if he had sparkle at the time, he probably would have put that on there too. So that's what I decided to do. Just to sparkle the stew out of this. And I just saw places to use like sliverettes and quads. They just seem natural.
Oh, wow.
I've added sparklers and crystals everywhere. I've got some, can you see that glitter there?
Yes, I can. Those are awesome.
Glitter, pearls for squares. I mean, I just really went all out trying to get different. See, up through the belt area, I did sparklers on his belt side. And that also coordinates with her side over here in this background. So they're distinctly different between the man and the woman's side. They're going to sparkle in their own right, but they have, obviously, he had her all colorful. And then this one has more of the black. And so they both sparkle. They're going to have, they're sparkle together in different ways, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. It reminds me a lot of one of the old masters that I completed last year was called Masks by W.T. Benda. It was a Distracted by Diamonds kit. And it's almost a similar not posing of the two figures, but you have what I assume to be a man on one side and then a woman on the other. And I did a lot of the same things you did, where I kind of split it down the middle, and I wanted him to look a little less done up than her because she had this like beautiful gold dress on. So I really blinged that side out. So yeah.
Gotcha. And a lot of things that I go for are eyes and lips, things that stand out on a canvas. So her lips will be AB drills. Her lips will be ABs, but obviously I am doing something to these flowers, all her colors. I'll be adding some depth. So one of the things that Glitter Drills does is it adds depth in there. So you can have a crystal beside sparkler and glitter drill, and you have all these different levels of depth, which I love. And I don't do anything to this. Go ahead.
Do anything to the what?
I don't do anything to the skin. I usually just leave the skin as is.
Yeah, I tend to do that too, and especially I think with like old masters images where it might have a little bit of more of a neutral tone, or it's not as like fantastical. Like sometimes I'll see where like in a more fantasy piece you might do like ABs on like the cheekbones of a fairy or something like that. But when it comes to like some of those old masters images, sometimes less is a little bit more when you're talking about like skin tone and that type of thing. But if I ever see a pop of color somewhere, like if there's someone put a rose somewhere or a flower somewhere, that's usually where I'm going. I personally tend to enhance, or like if there's bright greenery or leaves or jewelry of some kind, then that's usually what I tend to do.
Correct. And I've just never gone all out and say their dress area, but this one I have, and it is so much fun. I absolutely love the ness of this. I love doing this in sections, and there's also a lot of color blocking in between. So I've really enjoyed it. I'm glad that I got it out.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. I'm glad that you're liking it. Is this your first year doing the event?
It is. It is my
Awesome.
first year with Summer with the Masters, and I appreciate you inviting me along.
Yes, thank you so much for participating not only in the event itself, but being a sponsor. That's so awesome. We love having the support, and it just helps us to have even more things to share with everyone as we do these videos. And one of the things that I love is, spotlighting shops when I can and lifting them up whenever I have the chance. So once again, I appreciate you taking the time to do this with us. One thing that I did want to ask you, I know you have a ton on offer from your store, but maybe for those, once again, that haven't purchased from you or aren't super familiar, walk me through some of the highlights of the different products that people can find over at DP with Sparklers.
Okay, and you're right. Some people can be overwhelmed in the beginning. So one of the places to start is starter. You start with the starter set or a mini set, like a Sparklers mini set you can start with, or a starter set, an AB starter set. So we have sets. That's where I would start. That's where I would begin.
Okay.
And you can't go wrong with like original sparklers or sunshine sparklers. But I would start with one of those mini sets. If you prefer rounds over squares, start with whatever shape you prefer. Start with that and start looking at different resources. The way you've added things, go to our Facebook group, see pictures that people have done, and start with one area. Put AB drills on lips or make your eyes crystals. Just start at one place.
Okay. Awesome.
I think you're really
cool.
Having some wine too, huh?
They're outside grilling and it's very loud. It's like yelling at everyone. Do you want it well done? Like,
yes, please.
But yeah, I'm thinking in my head too. There's like a lot of like the slivers and the pearls and the quad cubes and stuff too. And I love incorporating those when I can. Usually what I typically do is like, I'll lay out my canvas as I'm kitting it up is usually when I start making some decisions. And so as I'm going through and, putting those colors in the containers, I take a good look at the container and I'm like, okay, where does this go? Okay, it's this pink and it lands here, here, and here. I'm going to jot that down real quick. So I'll write down the DMC or something like that. That way I know what to reference. And then the other thing I look at are where I see clumps of like drills together, depending on the image. Like if it's a galaxy scene and I see 4, white symbols together, that's the perfect opportunity for a quad cube or a pearl.
Correct.
Yeah. So yes, I just make my little notations and then I go shopping. Yeah.
The quads are very versatile on either a round or a square painting. And so they are wonderful to have in your stash as well because of that. Yeah. Because any 4 spaces you see, are good.
Exactly. Yeah, I think the first time that I ever used an enhancement drill was a quad cube, and it was on an old Masters. It was on Soul of the Rose last year. And I was having trouble. The way that they had charted these little hairpins in her hair were this like bright yellow color. But if you looked at the original image, it was more of a metallic because I think they're supposed to be metal pins pinning her hair. And so I took out all my different metallic, enhancement drills that I had from you. And I tried this one, and then I tried this one, and I finally tried the quad cube, and I was like, oh, that's it. That's perfect. So sometimes it's experimentation too.
Yes, you're right. And I have to do that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Well, give me, I'm trying to think of anything else that I wanted to ask you. It's dpwithsparklers.com, correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct. And don't be afraid to start. Don't be afraid to start. Change one thing on a canvas, and you're not going to mess it up. You can take it off. It's okay. Just start.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that definitely is something that, yeah.
Like it's
Just take a sip
Relax.
and move.
Relax and sparkle.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do.
Yes.
Take a sip and then
Take a
sparkle.
sip and sparkle. That's right. Yeah, I think
That's
people do
right.
get a little bit intimidated because they feel like they have to have it all pre-planned in their head before they even put their first drill down. And the nice thing about a poured glue canvas is you can pop some stuff off and slide some things around and mix and match and play with stuff. So I just moved all of my sparklers from you out onto my diamond painting table, and they live here permanently. So they almost act as like a little bit of a palette. So if I'm working on my canvas and I'm like, oh, that might be a good spot for XYZ, I don't have to go fussing around and pull stuff out of drawers. It's all just right here. I can just snag this. Snag my little art dot, and here's all my sparklers ready to go. Yeah.
Yep. There you go. That's what I had. That's what I had my extra bling in. Remember, was my art dot.
Yep.
So there you go.
Yep. And correct me if I'm wrong, but do you have a little something for these storage containers on the shop as well?
We do. Let me grab one. So we have, for the art dot drawers, we have these inserts.
No problem, no problem. So you have the inserts for the art dot containers. That was one of my comments when I purchased those and did my unboxing, is like, if you're missing one, if you take one out and you're sliding it in and out, they can fall. So that's really awesome. That's great that you guys came up with that.
Yep.
Cool. Well, go ahead. Oh, I'm losing you again. No.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Okay, there you go. Okay. Well, let's just do it. Oh, go ahead.
I just said necessity is the mother of invention. So I was organizing, they kept falling down, and Jerry came up with the idea. Well, let's create something to keep them standing up. So that's what happened.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I definitely need to, next time I order some sparklers for my next kit, I'm going to have to add those to the list as well. So
there you go.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you again so much. It is one of the things that I love most about creating content in this space is spotlighting small shops and businesses. And so it's always a joy to have someone new, not new to me, but new to doing this on the channel. So once again, I appreciate everything you do, and I appreciate you sponsoring Summer with the Masters 2023.
Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate you as well. So I'm going to tell you, before we cut out again, to make sure to shine bright and don't let anyone dull your sparkle.
That's right. That's right. As you said, that's right. Awesome. Cool. Well, thanks again, Teemaw. I appreciate it.
I love you, Anthony. Thank you.
Love
have
you
a good
too.
evening.
Yeah.
And have
You
a
too.
well done burger. Yeah.
Okay, I am. I'm going to have to go grab mine. All right.
Bye. Have fun.
Bye. Alrighty, so I hope you enjoyed that little chit chat with Teemaw over at Diamond DP with Sparklers. It was such a blast of doing that video with her. As you can see, it was very free form, him just kind of shooting the breeze, but it was so much fun. She mentioned in the video that you could hear my roommates out back. We were grilling that day, so they were trying to figure out everyone's burger doneness, and so I think you can probably hear a little bit of that conversation in the background, but I hope it just adds to, you know, some of the flavor of the video. It was summer, it was Saturday as we were recording, so I was trying to get that filmed in the middle of kind of a little fun summer backyard thing that we were doing with some friends. So yeah, I thank you so much, Teemaw, for not only sponsoring Summer with the Masters, but offering up your time and expertise in how to add some specialty drills to our Old Masters kits and to our kits in general. There is so many cool products and interesting enhancements on offer over at DP with Sparklers. So I highly encourage anyone who hasn't headed over to the DP with Sparklers site to pop over there and take a look. They've got products for your square drill canvases, your round drill canvases, little specialty projects as well, little fun goodies, some interesting little accessories or add-ons that you can add to your diamond painting stash or your diamond painting accessory stash. So lots of fun stuff there. So yeah, thanks again, Teemaw. But yeah, what I wanted to do now is do a little giveaway announcement for week 6, which was my previous video. And so what I'll do is I've done a random comment picker to pick the winners. I'll insert the names in as little little screenshots or kind of picture-in-picture. So if you were interested in hearing who the winners are, make sure to take a look at the screen here for a couple of minutes while we go through all of that. So I'm going to set this aside. All right, so first up, the first thing that I had on offer was a $25 gift card from Diamond Painting Shop, another awesome sponsor. And so let me see here, just scrolling, make sure I have that right. Okay, great. So yeah, Diamond Painting Shop, $25 gift card. All right, so the winner for that first prize, that $25 gift card, is going to be take a look at the screen. I'll leave that up for a few seconds. So there that is. Congratulations to the winner there for your Diamond Painting Shop $25 gift card. Awesome. So next up we have a $100 Jaded Gem Shop gift card. Holy moly. So this is a $100 Jaded Gem Shop gift card. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and pick our winner for that. So in 3, 2, 1, take a look at the screen here for a few seconds. Congratulations to the winner there for that $100 Jaded Gem Shop gift card. And then our final prize for that video was a Patty Wax bundle, or a bundle of awesome little goodies that'll be sent over from Patty Wax, aka Distracted by Diamonds. So let's go ahead and announce the winner for that in 3, 2, 1. Take a look at the screen. Congratulations, you've won a Patty Wax little gifty accessory bundle. So thank you so much for those that participated in the week 6 responses. A lot of really cool responses. I'm glad to see so many people were excited about seeing Diamond Painting Shop and Jaded Gem Shop highlighted in that video. And yeah, thank you so much for the comments. Okay, so moving on, I wanted to go ahead and announce this week's Week 8 giveaways, and those will be announced in a future video. I'm still working on the details of that with Katie, since this is technically the last video of the series. So there may be a subsequent giveaway announcement video, or we might combine that with our grand prize video, announce those. So be on the lookout for that, but these are going to be our 3 prizes that are up for offer for this week, Week 8 of Summer with the Masters 2023. So the first thing that is going to be on offer is a Diamond Painting Shop $25 gift card. So we have that up and available. The second giveaway or prize is going to be a kit selected by Distracted by Diamonds. So this will be kind of a surprise Distracted by Diamonds kit sent to you. Keep in mind that this particular gift is going to only be open for US entries or US winners, so just keep that in mind. And then our last prize that we have for this week is going to be a $15 gift card from DP with Sparklers, Teemaw over at DP with Sparklers. So if you got some cool ideas that you pulled from this video, you might win a little prize, a little gift card. That way you can jump in and maybe make your first purchase, or your second or third, or however deep you are into exploring enhancement drills. You can head over to DP with Sparklers for that. I always like to also mention that a number of our sponsors do have discount codes and some good offers up on their site. So be sure to check out our sponsor list. That's going to be linked in the description box, so you can hop in there and take a look at all of our sponsors and maybe some of the good deals that they have going on through the end of the month. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have. Thank you, Katie, so much for giving me the opportunity to co-host this event. It's been an absolute blast. I've really been loving putting together this content and engaging with everyone and seeing all the progress photos and finishes that people have had for their kits thus far. It's been amazing. The amount of participation that we had this year has been awesome. And yeah, I just want to thank you all again. Thank Katie, and then thank you all for participating. This has been so much fun engaging with everyone. I've loved every single second of it, and I can't wait to see what next year brings for summer with the Masters. So yeah, if you have any questions, how to enter for the prizes. I'm sorry, I always forget that. So how to enter for this week's list of giveaways is I just want you to leave in the comment either if you have a favorite summer beverage that you like to enjoy, or if you have a favorite item or product from Teemaw over at DP with Sparklers. I know she's much loved, and there's a bunch of different products. There's quad cubes and pearls and slivers and all sorts of stuff. So I'd love to hear what you use to jazz up your kits, or when you need a little break from your diamond painting, or if you want to whip yourself up a nice summer beverage while you're diamond painting, I'd love to hear what that is. So favorite summer beverage or favorite product from DP with Sparklers. So just leave that in the comments. That'll garner your entry into this week's prizes. Don't forget to make sure that you are registered for the event. I will leave the registration form down below in the description box as well. You'll just need to complete that registration form. That's going to ask you for, email, mailing address, all that good stuff. So if you are a winner for any of our weeks of prizes, we'll have that information for you. And you only need to do that once for the entire event, including the grand prize giveaways. And the only time that you would ever need to fill that out again is if you have a change of mailing address. Just remember that the address that you list there on your registration form is the address that will be used to ship out any prizes that you may receive. So yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of this content. Thank you again so much, everyone, for participating or watching or listening along to the Summer with the Masters 2023 series. It's been a blast, and I look forward to seeing everyone's final update, progress photos, or finishes. Thanks again, and happy placing. Bye, 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 bye.